What's going on, folks? Welcome to Wizards Outlook. We got Cardo Dudley Jr. here joining us from Capital One. We got Raymond Lyons here. I'm Wilson Tarpey Jr. So Houston Rockets complete their season series sweep for the Washington Wizards with a 135 to 112 win. Cardell, you were in the building. I know you always talk about the Wizards and 38 to 40-point quarters, that 40-point quarters being that magical number. What happened in the third quarter in this one?
I know Kuz went out in the second quarter with 5 minutes left, and then the floodgates kind of opened. They were only up two, and at halftime the Rockets were. So it kind of like shielded what was really going on and how the Rockets were getting their rhythm. And then in the third quarter, all hell broke loose. Rockets 22 points in the paint, 16 points off of 8 Wizards turnovers. Jalen Green woke up. That's pretty much what it was. Him and Alperen Sengun had 2 points at the end of the first quarter. Sengun, they was actively trying to get him the ball inside. They didn't. You could just tell they felt like the Wizards didn't really have anything to deal with him. But he was okay at first. Then he woke up, and he woke up because in the third quarter, Jalen Green started lighting the Wizards up, and they had to open the floor up. And then Sengun, they said one-on-one matchups, and he took full advantage. In the third quarter, Jalen Green had 22 points at 8 of 12 shooting, 6 of 9 from the field. And Alvaro Sengun had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 7 of 11 from the field. That was it. No other Rockets players scored more than 2 points. And that was the game. They had 40 points in that quarter. And that was the ball game. That blew the game wide open. The Wizards' defense just completely fell apart. Like they just looked flat, stopped competing. And then they couldn't score the ball. 9 of 23 from the field in that quarter. 2 of 10 from deep. And the thing is, their defense was so lackadaisical, man. And Rockets only had 2 turnovers. Like there was no resistance. It was like they left their defense at home because of the snow, and their body showed up. To play offense. The thing with the Rockets is they're not a good 3-point shooting team. That's what kind of does them in, unless Shagun and Jalen Green and Thompson, those guys, Van Vliet, who are dynamic off the bounce, unless they get going with the in-between game against the basket. But when they're hitting threes, it's hell to pay. It's hard to beat them. You know what I mean? They guard pretty good. I know Shagun is not the most elite of rim protection, but he don't need to. They have so many athletic wings that are long and versatile that just flying around, they make up for it. And if he's in trouble, they can easily move him to the floor and put Adams in there. And then they got their center to kind of control the paint. So with that being said, the Wizards couldn't get anything easy, and they offer no resistance defensively. Game over. And the floodgates started in the second quarter. They had 37 in the second quarter, 37-point second quarter, then a 40-point. And they closed out with 38 fourth. And that's what the starters been checking out with like 3 minutes left, man. It's normally if the Wizards would lose, like we could say, yeah, they competed. You can't say that this game. You can't say that at all. Like I said, it just felt like they were just in a daze, so to speak. And it's not even like the Rockets did anything special. The Rockets just came out and handled business. But the Wizards really offer no resistance, man. It just looked like honestly at times they didn't want to be here. They wanted to be at home, not dealing with the snow, not dealing with the cold. That's just how it looked like they played. And it's disheartening because the last few games they've been competing. It looked like they were taking steps forward, even though they weren't winning. You can see the progression. And tonight is like they took a couple steps back. And to kind of sum it up, we missed praising Alex R tonight, 1 for 12, 2 points, 9 rebounds. Do I need to say anything else?
Right.
Yeah, those 2 middle quarters did them in. Gave up 77 points between the second and the third. Like Adele pointed out, kind of started with Kuz leaving the game, which he was playing fairly well up to that point. But that third quarter, especially when Jalen Green started to get loose, the Wizards had no answer. It's one of their stinkers. They give us one every once in a while, and this is definitely one of them. Pointing out Alex R struggles. having to deal with Sengun and Amin Thompson. It's not an easy task for anybody, but yeah, he just didn't meet the challenge tonight. Yeah, I think the Rockets only had 10 turnovers as a team. When you're not even putting any pressure on the opposition and you're just giving up points at will, and then you're not effective offensively as well, that's how you get this kind of turnout. So yeah, Wizards took a snow day. Rockets took advantage, and here we are.
Wilson, real quick, the third quarter, the Wizard defensive rating in the third quarter was 160. 160. That was their defensive rating in the third quarter.
160, not 116. 160.
160, 160, yeah.
As you said earlier,
that tells you that's what I mean.
That's the rating. If you ever want to know what game over meant in terms of defensive rating, going forward, the number is 160. That's what it means. I have nothing further to add from what you two gentlemen said. Only thing just from the Rockets, we mentioned I think a couple of shows ago talking about the Rockets being another one of those one of the young teams where the Wizards, you want to aspire to get to that place with the collection of youngsters and whatnot. That said, Thompson tonight, 20 and 15, crazy, 7 to 8 from the floor, dumb impactful in this game, 5 assists, 3 steals. I know we'll get to player of the game X Factor in just a little bit, man. But you talk about the big guns with Sengun and Green going off. Right. That's a hell of an outing. He missed a shot in this game. Period. Just one shot. And no turnover. So so he missed a shot and fouled somebody once, or got called for a foul once. That's the negative from. It's a hell of a night. Player of the game for you guys. I'm not gonna live there too much.
For me, it's Amin Thompson, hands down. He messed them up every way possible in the game, and watching him play live, his defensive instincts is scary. It's sick. He had 3 steals, but he could have easily had like 8. You see what I'm saying? Like he just was like a second slow, but he was anticipating certain passes, and he fights around screens. He's the total package, man. Defensively, man, he's competitive. Regard as 15 rebounds in this game with all those bigs. Steven Adams, Valanciunas, Sarr. This speaks volumes, man. And that's what makes him a special talent, man. He can impact the game and don't score a point, and he can destroy you without scoring a point. Not many players in this league can do that. He's definitely a future All NBA defensive team selection, perennial, easily. If he stays healthy, because his defensive ability, versatility, and instincts is scary, man. And he's smart. So, and he can guard through like 1 through 4. You see what I'm saying? So he's a problem, man. Stupid athletic, though. So he has all the tools. If this what it's gonna be, these type of numbers when he reaches his prime, I mean, just good luck.
Right.
Yeah, I was going back and forth between Jalen Green and Thompson, but Thompson, yeah, he just wreaks havoc in all areas of the game, man. And like 15 rebounds from that spot, yeah, that's just doing damage, man. And just the way he's able to disrupt everything, he definitely had impact. He was a big part of the Rockets kind of going on those spurts in the second and third to blow the game open.
20, 15, 5, and 3. And get this, folks, I know this is going to sound crazy. That man did not attempt a shot from behind that magical line some of y'all love so much. X Factor for the night.
Jalen Green, he exploded in the third quarter. That ended it. He was a big reason why the game was over in the third, 22 points, and the Wizards had no chance to get back. So, yeah, his shot making. Like I said, I love how he attacked. He wasn't aggressive at all in the first. As you can see, they were trying to establish Sengun, and I was kind of wondering when he would get aggressive or if he would get aggressive. I didn't know if it was just him being young and not really locking in. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not it's lottery thing, so to speak. But he started getting warming up in the second quarter. The third quarter, he was Jalen Green. So definitely him.
Right. Yeah, Jalen Green for that third quarter outburst. They were it was building up to that, seeing as how the Rockets played in the second quarter, and then he just went ahead and put them out their misery.
22 of your 29 in one quarter, and again in the game over quarter. You said just Sengun and Green scored in that quarter. Essentially, nobody else had more than 2 points. Right,
out of their 40 points, they had 36 of the points.
Yeah, that's absurd. For Washington, no time to think about it. They're in Philadelphia tomorrow night to take on the Sixers.
Oh yeah, Green in that third, 6 of 9 for 3.
Sheesh. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. We don't have any comments tonight. We'll check back in with you guys several more times throughout this week. So we'll see you guys then.